Ladies and gentlemen of Mavs Nation and DFW Yes Nation, hang on just a second. I believe we have reached a state of an emergency. What's up, y'all? Name's Sky, and welcome to another edition of the State of the Saints. Tonight's edition. See, what I was going to do was I was going to do a DFW edition of the State of the Saint where I talk about all the teams. Well, every team except for the Cowboys. Like, discuss the Mavs season, future for the Mavs, the upcoming baseball season, and my beloved Texas Rangers and my Dallas Stars. Unfortunately, I feel that I need to mainly discuss my Mavs. Even though we are on a 3-game winning streak right now, we just annihilated Minnesota. There is obviously still some concern out there. And I would like to address that and still discuss the future for my Mavs. That being said, tonight's edition, it's going to be all about the Mavs. Nothing but Mavs for pretty much however as long as I feel like it. Well, maybe not as long, but you get the point. First of all, before I begin, I have two things I want to say completely off this subject. Number one, Josh Hamilton. Now again, I know I said that this is going to be all about the Mavs only. But I do have something I want to say, and this is a preview for my other sports State of the Saint video that I'll be making another day. But here's a little something. Even though you betrayed us, and even though I read the article and it said that you said that DFW was not a baseball town, don't know if it's true or not because you know how the media can get sometimes. The media is full of shit. Josh, I just want to say as well that even though you signed with the god-awful, god-almighty Los Angeles Angels, of all teams, when you could have gone to New York, gone to Boston, gone to Milwaukee, or Seattle, yeah, they're just the fucking Angels. Yeah, they're just the motherfucking Angels, bud. But then again, I can't say anything. Because you didn't pull a LeBron James stunt. But point being, Josh, is I do wish you well. At first, I was just pissed, and I wanted to say, baseball-wise, I hope you suck. I hope you suck. But outside of baseball, I wish you well. But now, I want to wish you well on baseball life in LA. Even though, you know, again, you're on the division enemy of my beloved Texas Rangers. And even though we face you for our first home series of the upcoming baseball season. By the way, before I go on, I got MLB TV for the season. Stoked. Matter of fact, I got it installed on my big screen. That's not important. Anywho, Josh, if the Angels do succeed this year, I hope you are the reason. I hope you are. as long as you're not threats to my Rangers. If you guys get a wild card, one of the 2 wild card spots, so be it. Then good luck. Otherwise, as long as it does not come at the expense of my Rangers, I wish you well. As for everybody else on the Angels team, yeah, can't say the same. Can't say the same. Okay. Now for my next thing before I begin to my State of the Mavs. Recently, I decided that there's a certain someone in my life who I no longer want to associate myself with. I'm not going to say this individual's name, but what I am going to say is I feel like I made a very good choice. I made a very, 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 very good choice. I don't understand why I associated myself with you in the first place. You cut me off whenever you feel like it. You manipulated me countless times. And it took me this long and a couple of flashbacks to show me the light. And to that certain person out there whose name once again will not be mentioned, who's laughing now. And also just know that I was a good friend and you're about to lose a very good friend in me. Because even though I made my mistakes and I've had my moments, I thought you accepted me. But I guess you didn't. But you know what? That's okay, because who cares? I'm on my way to bigger and better things. Oh, it's real. It's damn real. I ain't kidding you. It's damn real. And those good things are coming. You better believe that. Okay. Let's get on to business. First thing I want to address. A couple nights ago, a week from yesterday, we played the Houston Rockets at the Toyota Center in Houston. That was not our best game of the season. Actually, outside of the San Antonio game, and I guess maybe outside one or two other games, well, Memphis for sure, and then also outside of a couple of games in the first half, even though I ain't counting the first half at this point, because Dirk was out. That's got to be our god-awful worst game of this season. Everybody played like shit. No defense. People like Kamen and Sean Marion couldn't hold on to the fucking ball. Same goes with Mike James. Is that a big problem? A little bit. But that's not what I'm going to address. Well, maybe not yet anyways. Here's what I have a problem with. After the third quarter, and after the game, I was looking at the Mavs fan page, and I seen some very interesting comments. And what those comments were about? Two things. Two people that I'm about to defend big time. Before I do this, I know, once again, people aren't going to agree with me, and that's okay. But this is my opinion, and this is the truth. One of the first things I've seen, people want Rick Carlisle gone. That I have a huge problem with. First of all, do you really think it's smart to fire our coach 2 years after winning our first championship? Is that really the smart thing to do? No. I don't understand why people want Rick Carlisle gone. I don't agree with it. I'm sorry. First things first. Rick Carlisle is a class act for taking on this roster. Yeah, we lost a lot of good guys. Jason Kidd, well, he was on the decline. Jason Terry, Tyson Chandler, JJ Barea. I know that. I'm about to address those in a minute when I defend this other person. But first, I'm going to get back to Rick Carlisle. Okay? Honestly, majority of the guys that are on our team, they're not bad. They're not bad. Darren Collison's doing a little better. Well, he's been struggling these last few games. Can't necessarily 100% defend him right now. OJ Mayo, he's stepped up big, even though he's had his shit games as well. Elton Brand has revived himself. Vince Carter has revived himself. Sean Marion, as long as he stopped taking stupid shots and hold on to the ball, he's having a decent defensive year. Let's see who else. Jay Crowder, rookie, he's starting to come onto the scene. Roddy Boubois, by the way, not Roddy White. He's doing okay. He has his shit games here and there. Mike James, not really a big fan, but still. Anthony Morrow, Brandon Wright, Bernard James, a.k.a. Sarge. That's not a bad team. That's not a bad team. Sure, at the beginning of the season, we really struggled. I'll agree with that. And a little bit during 2013. But do you all... Let me rephrase that. But you all forgot something. You all forgot two things. Number one, Dirk was out most of the year. First 2 months. Almost 3. And then when he came back, he was trying to get back into the groove of things, especially with our new guys. But, despite while he was gone, my Mavs had a lot of close games. They had a lot of close games. Especially against teams that you don't even expect them to have close games with. And of course, they lost some shit games. What are you going to do? What I do remember as well is one of the games that we had against Oklahoma City without Dirk. We played them very close. We almost escaped with a win. In the Chesapeake Arena, of all places. One of the toughest arenas to play in the NBA. one of the absolute toughest arenas to play in. And we didn't have Dirk. You tell me. Is our struggles this season all Rick Carlisle's fault? No. Absolutely not. And anybody who says that this season our struggles, even though as well, we're still in it. We're 5 games back from the final spot in the playoffs in the Western Conference. And ever since the new year, we've played a lot better. Sure, majority of our games have been close. Sure, we've lost a lot of close games. There's another interesting thing that I'm about to bring up. When I was watching the rematch of Mavericks and Rockets, this time in our home floor, which, boys, by the way, if you're watching this, thank you for getting revenge against those damn Rockets. Okay? I was looking at Twitter and I seen something, and there's one more thing that I'm going to address before I move on to my next topic of the state of the Mavs. I was reading a tweet from our very own Mark Followill, lead play-by-play commentator of every Mavs games on Fox Sports. He said the Houston Rockets are the #1 team in the league with a winning record that has the most close losses. But yet they're still in the playoffs. And honestly, that is a surprise. Sure, their offense is amazing. You got Jeremy Lin, who is kind of not having the same season like he did last year in New York, but he's still okay right now. I think give him another year under Kevin McHale's system, and you got yourself another superstar in Houston. You got James Harden. Gotta tell you, that guy right there, James Harden, is having a huge year. He's becoming a superstar in Houston, I guarantee you. No matter what, playoffs are not for Houston. James Harden will stay in Houston for the long run. Just watch. You got Chandler Parsons, who is an excellent three-point shooter. But he is also a rising star in Houston. And then, even though there are some decent players on the Rockets, this is the last main guy. Omer Osick, acquired in a trade from the Bulls. Starting to get there as well. Then, of course, don't forget, you got Kevin McHale, one of the best coaches in the league, one of the best basketball minds in the league. But here's the problem. Rockets don't have a great defense. They do not have a great defense whatsoever. I hate to break it to you, but they should be in the bottom at least. They should be in the bottom. Maybe not in the very bottom, like where New Orleans, Phoenix, who else? Who else is another weak team? Oh, Minnesota. They don't deserve to be down there, but I think at least 9th, 10th, or 11th. Because what the Rockets need right now, if they're going to make the postseason, when you have to still go through teams like Golden State, Utah, Lakers, Portland, and of course my Mavs, you need a great defense. Rockets don't have a great defense. Not at all. They got lucky these last few games. They got lucky. Point of that being, my Mavs have a great defense when they want to be. But my Mavs, they've improved big time since the new year. And in reality, here's a reality check. We still got one of the best defenses in the league. Again, we'll have stupid games like what we did against Houston and Memphis just last week. Otherwise, I think we're a pretty damn good defense, good enough to make it into the playoffs. You have experienced vets on the roster. But my point being, my friends, nobody expected this team to do great with all the losses. Rick Carlisle still has us in position to make the playoffs. What we need, and again, this is another thing that I'm going to address here in just a minute when I get on to my next topic. But we need supporting cast. It's not Rick Carlisle's fault. Our guys just sometimes need to play better, play harder, and play smarter. That's just a god-awful truth. Forgive me, Lord, for saying that, by the way. That's just a god-honest truth. I mean, not god-awful. God-honest truth. See, one guy I do not like on my beloved Mavs is Chris Kaman. He's weak. He's not a great center at all. He is the only guy, one of the only main guys on our team right now that I hope we get rid of. I hope we do. Speaking of getting rid of Chris Kaman, at the end of the video, I have a special message for Chris Paul and Dwight Howard. And I will get to that here later on. But my friends, to end this first important topic, it's not Rick Carlisle's fault, and he does not deserve to be fired. And if he is fired for some crazy reason, it would be a stupid decision. It would be a stupid decision to fire your head coach who just won us. And Mark Cuban, this is to you, even though I'm getting ready to defend you as well here in just a minute. That would be stupid. And to all the people out there who are going to disagree with me and are still going to say Rick Carlisle needs to go, I'm sorry, but no, he does not. He just doesn't. Let's be honest here. Okay. Another thing I've seen, people are saying that Mark Cuban is the worst owner in the league. Once again, no, he is not. No, he is not. It's not his fault that we had to get rid of all the good players from our championship team. Even then, nobody expected us to win the championship that year. We still did. We beat a superstar team in the Miami Heat. What I'm saying, but back to Mark Cuban, people are saying he's destroyed this franchise by getting rid of Tyson Chandler and JJ Barea and Jason Terry and Jason Kidd. No, he did not destroy this franchise. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, But no, he did not. First of all, I blame, and most of the blame is going to the league. Yeah, I said it, the league and its financial situation. Oh, and the NBA, or the National Basketball Players Association. I'm used to saying the whole thing, but that's not important. Last season, we had a lockout. And you know how basketball salaries are. They're so complicated because of signing huge contracts to superstars. Once again, it's not Mark Cuban's fault. And for what I see is, once again, we're still in it. And also, I think Mark Cuban is a freaking genius. Okay? We don't have the shittiest team in the league. At times, we are mediocre at best. Or, hell, we're good. We're very good in clutch situations. But what I do know is that Mark Cuban is not stupid. He's not. Even he, I believe a couple times, he said that the financial situation in the NBA is full of shit. And that's the main reason why Mark Cuban had to get rid of all those guys. But also, here's the thing. He was trying to bring a championship once again back to Dallas. But unfortunately, what I'm thinking is that those guys that we got rid of who were a part of our championship team, I hate to say it, but who knows? Maybe that was a one-year wonder, even though, please allow me to verify what I mean by that. Even though I'm still proud and happy that we won our first championship, the idea of bringing superstars and putting Dallas back on the map in the basketball world, I'll agree with that. You know? I mean, last summer, Mark Cuban just tried to sign Darren Williams to come to Dallas, because that's where he's from. Unfortunately, Darren Williams made a stupid decision, and he went back to Brooklyn, who I guarantee you will not win a title anytime soon. I'm sorry. But what you need is you need a good power forward. You need good players all around. You just do. I'm sorry. And here's another thing. I don't think PJ Carlisle is not that great of a coach. I don't think he can be the coach to take you guys to the finals and win y'all's couple championships. For that team, you need a guy like Phil Jackson or Jeff Van Gundy. Speaking of which, one tiny quick subject changer. If Rick Carlisle does get fired, Jeff Van Gundy, please come to Dallas. You are my second favorite coach. I ain't kidding you. You really, 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 really are. So if Rick Carlisle ever does get fired, which again, I hope he does not, please come to Dallas. We would love to have you coaching us. Okay. But back to Brooklyn. One of those coaches like Phil Jackson or even Stan Van Gundy, Jeff's brother, would be a good fit for the Nets. I just don't think PJ Carlisle will be the guy to take them to the finals. That being said, I think Mark Cuban was just trying to make a simple business decision, and he was trying to think about us and about bringing another title back to the city of Dallas. Because I can tell you this right now, as much as I hate to say this as well, My Rangers aren't going to a World Series anytime soon. Probably not. I'd be very surprised if they did. I just think they're not. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to say that, but it's true. But my point being, my friends, Mark Cuban was just making an honest basketball decision. I blame the league, I blame David Stern, and I blame the National Basketball Players Association. You guys just, for once, you guys just need to stop being selfish and come to an agreement. And I mean everybody. Teams, owners, front office, yada, yada, freaking yada. That being said as well, it's not Mark Cuban's fault. And as a matter of fact, he did not tear up the Mavs because the guys that are with us right now, outside of Cayman, are pretty damn good. They're okay at times. The best ones, OJ Mayo, Vince Carter, and Elton Brand. And the Mavs are still in it. So again, Mavs are not destroyed yet. And I'll tell you why as well, what I think needs to happen, and what I think is going to happen. But you get the drift. Before I do that, Mr. Cuban, I just want you and Coach Carlisle to know that I still think you two are doing a damn good job. I still think so. I still believe so. So don't worry about what any of the critics say. Just keep doing what you're doing. And I sense that there are good things coming for our Dallas Mavericks. No matter what, I will still believe in you guys. I love you guys are my boys. You guys are my New Orleans Saints of basketball. So, again, if anybody else doesn't agree with me, that's okay. That's your opinion. But I'll have mine. And if you're giving up on the Mavs too soon and trying to find another team, no. Or, you know what? Just go ahead. Go ahead. But then that means you're a big bandwagon. It's true. Okay? Mark Cuban is also the man who helped bring our championship team together, him and Coach Carlisle both. Oh, and Donnie Nelson. And they still got us into the position where we're at right now. Even though, once again, as listed in the beginning of the video earlier, we have a 3-game winning streak. We're 5 games back from the final playoff spot. So they still got us in it. So next time, to all the warriors and critics of my beloved Dallas Mavs, even if you are a Mavs fan yourself, all I gotta say, Mark Cuban and Rick Carlisle do not deserve any bad criticism for this. This is not entirely their fault. Matter of fact, this is not their fault at all. But that will be a subject best saved for another day. One last thing before I go. Fortunately, I decided this isn't going to be a long video like my other ones are. What I think we need to do this summer, coming up this summer, what I think we need to do, we need to get Chris Paul and Dwight Howard to come to Dallas. That happens, I sense a championship season next year. Forget about Miami. Forget about New York. Forget about the Pacers. Forget about the Lakers. We'll have a championship team right there. We will have one of the best big men in the league, and Dwight Howard, and one of the best point guards who's very good defensively as well, and Chris Paul. Oh, and then of course we still got our big man, the real Superman of Dallas. Dirk! Had to do it. But you see, before I end this video, I have a very special message. Dwight Howard, Chris Paul, if somehow, some way you're watching this, I have one question and one favor to ask of you. For the love of crying out loud to, I don't know, kind of the lords above, please come to Dallas. I guarantee you, you will win a couple championships with us. Best coach, best owner, best fans, best entertainment, best dancers, one of the best beautiful cities in the entire country. So guys, please realize that I am kind of rooting against you both in the postseason. So then you guys will realize that you're not going to win any championships in those cities. And now you'll please come to us. Because I promise you, you come to the Mavs, it will be one of the best decisions you'll have ever made. And you will immediately be in position to win a championship. Hell, maybe even if we face Miami in the finals again, maybe sweep them this time. Who knows? Fellas, please come to Dallas. DFW Yes Nation. We want you guys to come be a part of it. So think about it. And I hope you guys make the right decision in free agency this summer, because last time, we would love to have you in Dallas with our organization. Championship contenders will have a great basketball-minded defensive coach and Rick Carlisle, and Dwight, just for you, you'll have an owner who will coddle you as well. Okay? And of course, you'll have some pretty damn on-the-rise players, and along with our superstar Dirk, of course. So anywho, my friends, basically that's it. Recap, Rick Carlisle does not deserve to be fired, and him and Mark Cuban do not deserve this criticism. What we need is help for Dirk. And pretty much our message to Dwight and CP3 in LA. Come to us next year. We would love to have you play on our team. Want to hear, my friends? It's getting late. I'm getting tired. And I'm going to call it a wrap. Until next time, my friends. See you around. Let's go Mavs. Mavs Nation. Mavs fan for life. And DFW Yes. Also DFW Yes Nation. See you next time.